Hey guys, welcome back to Film Read. You might have heard that rules are meant to be broken. Well, not if you're on Abby Lee Miller's show, Dance Moms. As it turns out, the show has a strict set of rules and guidelines to be followed for all the girls and their moms who signed the contract. And she was so strict with the rules that the breach of any of them could result in the girls' expulsion. Here are 10 strict rules the cast of Dance Moms must follow. Number 10. Gotta catch on quick. It's no secret that growing up on the set of Dance Moms has been super stressful. Nia, Maddie, Mackenzie, and Chloe from the show have all posted videos on YouTube explaining just how hectic their lives used to be. They said how they had to be at studio every second of the day. This is because the girls only had a few hours or days at max to learn their next performance, despite the show making it seem like they had a week. They had to be quick on their feet to learn their dance routines or else they'd be eliminated. Number 9. Dance Mom Rules. The girls weren't the only people being watched, their moms were under observation too. They also had a rule book to abide by. If they signed the contract with the show, they had to let go of their own careers and become a full-time dance mom. One of the rules was to not enter the studio when Abby was teaching the kids, but of course not every mom had the nerve to stay quiet when Abby used to scream at the kids. Number 8. No school on Fridays. For the girls at Dance Moms, dancing was first priority. School and every other activity were secondary. They had a super hectic schedule, which is why many girls had to stop attending public school and resort to being tutored at Abby's dance studio. But not all wanted to do so, which is why they juggled between school and dance and they weren't allowed to go to school on Fridays. Number 7. The rituals. The girls became superstitious during their time on the show. They believed if they would skip on their special handshake before the dance, they would totally ruin it. They also started to believe in rituals, which led them to perform small rituals to ensure all bad spirits were out and away from them. Number 6. No makeup, no dance. It is normal for parents to stop their young girls from wearing makeup before they reach a suitable age, but not parents of girls on Dance Moms. They were instructed to always have a fresh face with makeup when the cameras were around, no matter how young they are. Everyone had to look their best, and failing to do so would set Abby's nerves on fire. Number 5. No piercings or tattoos. Abby was very strict with piercings and tattoos at her dance studio. Girls were not allowed any sort of facial piercings or tattoos, big or small, on their body because it affected their overall look, which happens to be a factor that judges look at while rating. It didn't bother young girls at all, but it did become a problem for older girls who liked doing it. Number 4. Pyramid Rule. It was mandatory for girls to be present on this day, and it forced the girls to be put under criticism while one of them was appreciated. They had to stand straight for the entire duration too. It was found that all this lasted for 4 hours, which meant the girls had to stand straight for all this time. And to be fair to them, it is not an easy task. Failure to attend and comply with rules meant a breach of contract, which wasn't an option. Number 3. Prim and proper. It was a requirement for dancers to have their hair up at all times in the studio, and failure to comply could lead to their expulsion. They were also forbidden to dye their hair or get highlights in a way. They had to remain fully natural, but JoJo Siwa was a part of the show, and as it turns out, her mom had bleached her hair since she was a kid, but Abby let that one slide. Number 2. No tears. It was made clear that Abby Miller had no patience or tolerance for crybabies. According to her, being yelled at or insulted isn't a good enough reason to cry. Instead, crying makes sense if they are injured. To be fair, Abby was rather strict and ruthless with the girls, and words that came out of her mouth were often hurtful. Number 1. Weight Rule. As per Abby's rules, the girls on the show were not permitted to gain weight when they were part of the show. They had to remain consistent with their presentation and looks. Chloe was one of the few girls on the show who refused to sign the contract due to how ridiculous the weight rule was. Besides this, they had to give away 10% of their earnings to the show too. Chloe didn't agree with any of this, hence wasn't allowed on the show. So do you think you should break rules now? It is sad to realize how the girls were kept under strict bounds all the time. It's almost as if they were living a life of torment. Anyways, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.